Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and it is Sunday, so we are doing breaches of the week as always. But full disclosure, I am traveling, so I want to bring you two very special breaches that were making the rounds very publicly this week and kind of give you an update and clue you into this. Now, the first one of those is Disney, and for the record, full breaches will be back at the end of July, that Sunday, which I'm assuming is going to have a pretty long catch up over the last couple of weeks. But let's go with Disney, because Disney had an issue this week too. Now, over a terabyte of data supposedly obtained from Disney's internal messaging channels basically have been leaked online by a self-proclaimed quote-unquote hacktivist group, including login credentials, code images, and information about unreleased projects. Now, the anonymous group, calling themselves Null Bulge, has claimed responsibility for this leak, alleging to have gained access to the company's internal Slack messaging data via a compromised computer of a Disney employee. And quite frankly, we see a lot of this kind of stuff fly around Slack, whether it's passwords or anything else, but here we are. Quote, "Anything we could get our hands on, we downloaded and packaged up." This is according to the group speaking on Twitter. Quote, again, 1.1 terabytes of files and chat messages, end quote. And according to them, this is from almost 10,000 corporate Disney Slack channels. That's a lot of channels for the record, even for a company that size. Now, Disney has since confirmed to the Wall Street Journal that it's, quote, investigating this matter. Null Bulge, alluded to possessing the stolen data on July 12th, hours prior to leaking Disney's Slack archive. Now, this is actually really interesting because if they unleash this whole thing, if you're going through this and there actually is passwords, source code for, let's say, customized or proprietary apps that they are developing, this could lead to further vulnerabilities or compromise or simply the theft of intellectual property. So this could be potentially a big one. We're going to see what happens here. Nobody is saying that Slack had lax controls, but apparently if a Disney user got compromised and got access to Slack, we kind of want to know what's going on with Disney. So I'll keep you up to date on that one as things unfold, even possibly next week. Now, the other big one I want to talk about is AT&T, one of the largest cellular providers here in the United States. I think they're number 2 behind Verizon, but don't quote me on that. Now, this is interesting because this has been making the rounds, a ton of breaches, but now the U.S. government is getting involved, and U.S. senators want AT&T to explain why it stores massive amounts of call and text message records on a third-party analytics platform that bills itself out as a quote-unquote AI data cloud. Now, if you don't know or haven't been following this in the past week, AT&T revealed that, quote, customer data was illegally downloaded from our workspace on a third-party cloud platform, and the breach includes files containing AT&T records of calls and texts of nearly all AT&T cellular customers, end quote. Now, the third-party platform, and I've been mentioning it for months now, I believe at this point, is Snowflake. And so if you're a longtime listener or follower, or at least of this year, Snowflake should be very familiar to you as a whole bunch got breached. Live Nation, Ticketmaster, AutoZone, and a whole bunch of others. So AT&T is one of many Snowflake corporate customers that had its data stolen. And so by virtue of that, AT&T and Snowflake got letters the other day from U.S. Senators Richard Blumenthal, Democrat of Connecticut, and also Josh Hawley, Republican of Missouri. Basically, that is the chair and ranking member of the Senate Judiciary Subcommittee on Privacy, Technology, and Law. So the senators asked AT&T's CEO, John Stankey, to answer a series of questions. Now, here's one of the critical ones as I was reviewing these that I think is an important one. Quote, why had AT&T retained months of detailed records of customer communications for an extended amount of time, and why had AT&T uploaded that sensitive information onto a third-party analytics platform? What is AT&T policy, including timelines, concerning retaining and using such information? Now, that is interesting because I do think that AT&T's essential response is going to be one part compliance. We retain records due to compliances like Sarbanes-Oxley because they're that big, but we're also going to see what other answers that they essentially allude to, and I will give you an update on that as well. Now, AT&T disclosures to customers and to the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commissions, did not explain how that Snowflake AI cloud data platform is actually being used by AT&T. So, for clues, Snowflake's website says that the company's cloud platform provides opportunities for collaborating and sharing data. And I quote Snowflake's website directly. Powering the AI data cloud is Snowflake's single platform. Its unique architecture connects businesses globally and practically any scale to bringing data and workloads together with the Snowflake marketplace, which simplifies the sharing, collaborating, and monetizing of thousands of data sets, services, and entire data applications. This creates the active and growing AI data cloud. So in other words, was AT&T using this to collaborate with other companies and sell this to marketing firms or somebody else or the Chinese government? Who knows? And this is the answers that the government is looking for, the US government, that is. Now, there's already a public explanation for why AT&T uses Snowflake, but here's the thing. It's written in marketing speak and doesn't likely directly answer the questions that the senators have been asking of AT&T. And so prior to this incident, Snowflake posted basically a case study that was on AT&T about how AT&T lowered costs and gained quote-unquote faster insights by switching from internal systems to Snowflake. Now, Snowflake said it provided a telecom-focused AI data cloud service that helps firms like AT&T, which again is utterly massive here in the United States, and I quote, to improve customer experiences, maximize operational efficiency, and increase profitability by reducing costs and monetizing new data products. So how are they monetizing AT&T customer data? Now, AT&T's decision to move to Snowflake apparently allowed it to, quote, abandon complex on-premise systems, including Hadoop, that were slowing down business. In other words, they streamlined through Snowflake. Looks like they might be monetizing. We don't know. We need answers, so hopefully we're going to get them. So that is your breaches of the week. I wish I had more time this week, but again, travel is what travel is. Fortunately, it's slowing down sooner than later. And here we go. Were you affected? Well, it's Disney and AT&T, so you can do the math on that one. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online. And if you're a Disney fan or an AT&T customer, please attempt to maintain your privacy. Take care.